interview continued beyond this. There's a lot of things here. Here's another one that could be really good for cross-faction, right? I love to see this. So cross-faction guilds could be a thing. In the interview with Maxim, game director Ion Hazzikostas revealed that Blizzard is working on the tech required for cross-faction guilds. However, Ion had no time frame for when that will happen, but it will. But it is something that they are trying to finish before the next expansion. So let's see what he had to say here. I understand the volume was a bit low for the last one, so I'm going to try to make sure that it's turned all the way up here. Okay.
Is there any progress being made to the technical limitation of cross-faction guilds? Is it something maybe mid-expansion or much longer than that, do you think?
There's definitely progress being made. It's something we want to do. It's not really responsible for me to commit to a time frame. I would say I would like us to do it before the next expansion.
Okay.
But it's in the hands of a lot of engineering problem solving, and just, a lot of these changes are pulling on a thread in, code and systems that have been built to work a certain way for 20 years, and realizing like, hey, this is trickier than we expected.
I mean, we saw that happen when the patch dropped.
We'll see.
It was down all day, the servers.
There's some awkwardness, as some groups have had people faction change that want to keep raiding together, and not being able to share the same guild chat, the same guild repairs, guild bank, etc.
Sure.
Guild achievements gets in the way.
Yeah, no, that's great, and I think the more, the more that you just kind of pull back the faction divide, because lore wise it's happened. Okay, we're lore wise we're together. There's no reason for the faction divide anymore. And I had somebody yesterday come into chat and tell me, they're coming back to World of Warcraft. They prefer to play Alliance, but everybody's telling them to raid and stuff, and to play the game properly, you need to play Horde. That's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. And I think that was a shitty thing to begin with. Right? If you want to play a game, you should be able to play the game how you want to play it. You shouldn't be forced to only play one half of the game because everybody else is playing that half of the game. So I think, factions were a great thing when they were a thing, and I think they're a great thing now that they're not going to be a thing. I personally, you asked me this question like 5 years ago, I was so anti breaking down the factions, you wouldn't believe it. And I played Alliance, and I was like, no, fuck that, I don't want to play with the Horde. No, fuck that, they're different. They're different kind of people over there, that's why I don't play with them. I mean, look at me now. For the Alliance, that's right, Draz, that's right. Yeah, I mean, for me, I was very anti breaking the faction divide, right? But since it's happened, I feel like it's really improved the game. Big Dick Melee, look at that. I feel like it's really improved the game, personally. I feel like we're able to form up groups quicker. People don't feel like they're being left out anymore. And it's allowed people to play the game how they want to play it. You want to hang out in Stormwind all day? Make an Alliance character. It doesn't mean you can't raid with us. So I think this is another step in the right direction. Create guilds that allow cross-faction play, right? Allow it to happen. It fits with the lore. It fits in with the game. And it just creates a better game for everybody. It's another reason to be able to play the faction you want to play. And I think, more power to the players. Hell yeah, go for it. Go for it. You coming to kill the Lich, Draz? Or did you get him yesterday? Yeah, I wonder if Draz got him yesterday. I mean, he got nerfed, so we're going to try to get him today. If Draz would like to join us, he could queue up for sure. Again, interview continued.
For Azeroth.
For Azeroth. There you go. There you go. Yes, united under one banner for Azeroth. The interview continued, so they went on to talk about new classes being able to battle res. Hey, this one might be for Draz and the other pallies out there. He did talk about the fact that another class should be getting a B-res. And some people think that it could be a paladin. Another B-res is welcome to me. Give more classes more utility. I'm fine with that. Let's see exactly how he said this, what was said in the interview here.
So, a little scoop for you. I think you'll probably see this in the next beta build. Or next alpha build, rather. Evokers will bring Bloodlust, so we'll have a fourth Lust class in the mix.
Yeah.
We're also looking at adding Battle Res to one more class.
There you go.
Possibly Paladins, likely Paladins, but don't
there you go.
100% quote me on that.
Yes, yes. Don't 100% quote me on that, he said, but I think it makes sense. And I think it's a good move, again. Yeah, bring Battle Res to another class. Paladins having Battle Res does make sense to me. I mean, shit. Look at the BFA cinematic. Anduin's going full Paladin in that cinematic, even though technically, like lore-wise, Anduin's a priest, but in that, he's wearing full plate. He's got a weapon, you know. He's going Paladin, right? Not only does Anduin battle res in that cinematic, he goes full mass battle res. Okay, so bring that shit in. Bring that shit in. As a Death Knight, right, I have battle res, but I'm tanking a lot of times. And I really do hate it when I'm the only one with a battle res utility. Now, I know the druids are there, Mag's usually there to do it too, but if Mag's dead, I feel the pressure to battle res. I'm fine with it. If somebody else in the raid can battle res, I'd prefer not to have to do it as a tank. So I think that's great. Yeah, give Paladins battle res, give them that B res baby, and it'll make things a lot easier. It's also a great utility to have in Mythic Plus as well. B res isn't just great for raiding; it's great for Mythic Plus. So give Paladins B res for sure. Yes, I hope it's Paladin as well. It does make sense. I agree. It does make sense. Is your PC water cooled? No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it's air cooled. Yeah, I mean it is technically okay. So it is water cooled. I do have an enclosed AIO cooling my my CPU, but it's not like a whole system. That's a closed loop right there. You just buy an AIO and you attach it to your CPU. So that is water cooled, sure. Man, I already B-res as an engineer. But it would be nicer. Yeah, man, why not? Why not? More utility. Do it. Do it. Pronkarella, what the hell? Pronk, I didn't know you had a paladin. Speaking of the pallies.